Hello, Yoga Room friends. I am Emily. Thank you so much for joining me today for slow flow, deep stretch vinyasa practice. Today we'll focus on some twists and some hip openers. I'm going to move back so if you see our familiar flags so that you can see them again for those of you who are missing those from the studio. I'm trying to figure out which lighting is better here. I think it seemed to turn off. Let me see if I can fix it. Okay, well, let's see. Hopefully the lighting stays good. Here, can someone say if you can see me? Can you see? Okay, when I'm close, the lighting is good. When I'm back, the lighting is so-so. So I'll just turn the lights on and hopefully it'll all work out. So there's not so much backlighting. I'm going to press on the screen, press me, and then I think the lighting will focus. Press me on the picture. Is that better? No, not really. Okay, well, I am delighted to have you here today, and I think it will be just fine. We'll begin standing, and during this time of physical distancing, I want to just make sure that we're having, an intentional time of heartfelt connection and connecting here in our minds and our hearts so that we can fully, stay connected, which is what we all so deeply need at this time. So, Carol, how's the lighting? You can see. Okay, very good. All right, it just seems a little dark on my end. But let's begin in mountain pose with weight evenly distributed across the ball of the foot to the heel. And I want you to think about pressing into the inner ball of the foot and the outer, the inner heel and the outer. And go ahead and lift your toes and spread the toes. Hey, Meredith, turn on that light. And we're going to take the arms out and up. And equally root down into the earth as you reach up tall through the branches of the arms. And slowly and controlled, let's go ahead and release. So as you root a little bit deeper through the feet, I want you to branch up a little bit more intentionally through the arms. And then exhale back down into the pose of the mountain. And we'll take a huge breath, opening up here as if your lungs were wings and you're really opening up tall. Smiling big here through the heart and the organs. And we're going to exhale slowly and controlled. Let the chin come into the chest. The arms sweep a little bit farther back this time and up, joining the palms overhead. And we're going to pull the elbows back and down. And go ahead and squeeze the inner scapula, the inner shoulder blades together. And then think of squeezing the lower shoulder blade tips together. Elongate the back of the neck. And now we're going to press up through the arms. Inhale, reaching up tall, a gentle back bend. And even if your back bends are pretend, you're still getting back bend benefits. So let's go ahead and pull the elbows back and down again. And this time, let us work on interlacing the hands at the middle back. So we're going to lift the chest and turn the elbow points back, and then go ahead and straighten the arms to where you are comfortable. Now go ahead and shift your weight side to side a little bit so that you're not holding tension or stiffness in the rest of the body. And let's go ahead and take the arms out and up. Reaching up equally as you root downwards. And let's dive to a forward bend. Move my mat back just a little bit. And in your forward bend, relax the back of your neck. Go ahead and relax the back of your head, relax your shoulders. And with your fingers here, go ahead and spread your toes a little bit more than what they can do on their own. Soften your abdomen and shake your head out once again. So bend your knees, press into the feet, and we're going to breathe in as we draw up. Inhale. Dive to a forward bend. Exhale. So I'm turning up to the side so I can turn my voice towards you. So you're just staying the same direction. This time we're going to lift halfway, and then we're going to exhale and fold. Let's go ahead and step back to downward facing dog. And with the fingertips forward and the feet parallel and about hip distance apart, feel free to bend the knees a little bit and start to warm up here through the arms and through your breath as you bend and straighten the elbows a little bit. So start to awaken your breath. Relax the neck even still. And let's shift forward to hands and knees. Bringing the hands back underneath the shoulders and move through cat-cow postures. So we want you to inhale, opening to the spine into a back bend. And then we'll exhale and round the spine. Inhale and exhale. Concentrate on moving your spine, following the lead of the breath. So slow down, but move a little deeper. But your spine smiling open. And we're going to go ahead and lower down to a forearm plank. Take your elbows shoulder distance apart and the palms down and draw the navel in. And go ahead and lift your knees. Now if you need to, go ahead and lower the knees. But let's awaken the belly here and bring some warmth into the body. Starting to awaken the breath a little bit more. So huge breaths. But we want to start with a strong core. So drawing this intention of the navel into the spine, opening up between the shoulder blades. Now lift the hips a little bit and now lower as you offer the heart forward. Good, lift the hips a little bit, offer the heart forward. Now let's go ahead and enjoy the sense of release in Sphinx pose, opening up gently in our first back bend, at least from this angle. So just easy. Come in tune with your back, your neck. Elongate through the toes, elongate through the heart, elongate through the intention, through the crown of the head. We're going to squeeze the shoulders forward, roll them up to the ears, and then roll them back as you press down through the forearms. Rolling forward, up, back, and down. Forward, squeezing up to the ears. And like a turtle coming out of its shell, elongate the neck. Let's go ahead and relax, bringing the hands under the shoulders, pull the navel in, and let's come back into devotional pose. So we're going to lower the chest, lower the forehead, and lower the hands. And the hips are as close to the heels as it is comfortable. I'm being tender with my left knee here, so my hips are a little elevated, but it's still a perfectly beneficial pose to keep the hips elevated. But do relax your head and neck. Keep the arms awake and reaching. So coming up to hands and knees, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Let's draw the navel in, lift the knees, and bring the feet to touching. Now let's go ahead and lift the right leg. Circle the right ankle around. Take some beautiful deep breaths. Turn your neck right and left. Good, lower to plank posture. Lift to downward dog as you lift the left leg. Circle the ankle around. Lower to plank. Lift the hips and the right leg. And maybe a little bit higher. So this time we're going to bend the right knee and open the hips to the right. Try to relax the lower heel as much as you can. Take a huge breath. Square the hips, lower to plank. Lift the hips in the left leg, circling the ankle, and then bending the knee, and then opening the hips to the left. Take a deep breath. Relax the right heel. Stretch into the right calf. Good. Square the hips. Lower to plank. Lower the foot. And lift to downward dog. Good. So let's walk the feet forward. And we'll spread the toes. We'll lift halfway, lengthening through the back neck, through the tailbone, and then go ahead and relax the upper body. Now let's take a moment to connect here. Maybe massage the back of the legs. Think of the mantra of connection. Connection. Touching the feet. So we're going to come up to where the spine is straight. Press into the feet. Inhale, continue to rise all the way up. And let's bring hands to heart. Good, and relax the shoulders back and down. Interlace the fingers, pressing forward and continuing up and back. And dive to a forward bend. Good, relax your head and neck. See how your legs and spine are warming up. Let's lift halfway. And exhale, fold, empty, and step the right foot back to lunge. So let's take a moment to exhale, dropping the hips. Inhale, lift out of the lunge a little bit. Exhale, lower into the lunge. Rock back and forth, stretching out the back toes. And let's step the left foot back, but let's hover the left foot a little bit. Take a deep breath. Slowly lower into Sphinx pose. Let's glide the elbows forward, the heart forward. Make sure the sides and the back of the neck are long. If you would choose, maybe you can lift the elbows if you're ready for the next stage of back bend here. Otherwise, it's perfectly appropriate to stay at the elbows for the duration of your back bends in the class. So let's go ahead and lower. Let's lower the forehead. Connect. So bring the hands under the shoulders. Power through the hands. Inhale. Exhale the hips back. Now keep the arms awake and reaching. Inhale the hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. So let's bring the left foot to the midline, the right heel to the skies. Now keep the left heel relaxed. And we're going to roll the inner right thigh up to the ceiling. So maybe the right leg is parallel to the floor. Maybe it's a little higher. But take a huge breath. Slowly bend the knee and step the right foot as far forward as it feels comfortable in your lunge. And now exhale, sink into the lunge. Inhale the left foot forward. One big step or little steps is fine. Lift halfway and fold. Exhale, connect. Good. So we're going to inhale and rise. Always opening up the heart. Always finding a little extra space. Pull the elbows back and down. Let's find chest opener arms. So we're going to roll the shoulders back. straighten the arms as you are comfortable. Shift the weight right and left, maybe lifting the knees a little bit higher. Find your focal point. So balance is one of the things that we lose easily, so we're always working on our balance. And that goes for both body and mind. So let's keep our balance. Good, release the feet, take the arms forward and up and back. And we're lifting up here through the upper spine. Exhale, forward fold. So feel a lift of the sit bones, a relaxation of the toes. We'll lift halfway and we'll fold. Exhale, stepping the left foot back to lunge. Exhale, sink into the lunge. Lift the chest. Inhale, lift out of the lunge a little bit. Exhale, lunge. Stepping the right foot back. And this time we're going to hover the foot. That's a little much for today. Just bring the foot down. Lift the foot a little bit. Slowly and controlled lower. So Sphinx or Cobra, even upward facing dog if you're ready. So your back bend. So back bends really warm us up. Very heat building back bends are. So open up and awaken here in your back bend. Will definitely wake you up. Lengthen, release, controlled forehead connects. Good, press through the hands. Devotional pose, keep the palms grounded and lengthen the spine back. Relax the forehead down. A connecting breath. Touch the earth. Reach out through your heart. Downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. So the weight is coming to the right foot. The left leg is lifting. Again, we're going to just lift it as high as you feel comfortable. Press into the full square of the palm. Notice your breath. Lengthen, create more space. And step the left foot forward. Exhale, sink into the lunge. Inhale, right foot forward. Good, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. So let's take the arms back and up. Shake your arms out a little bit. Shake your head. Relax the weight, the extra weight here, kind of coming up to your head, letting the arms drain, awaken through the arms and reach. And we're going to let the fingertips graze the floor, let the knees bend. Nice straight spine through chair pose. In chair pose, we want to keep the hips back, the knees back, and the heart lifted. So the hips are really being pulled back, so the knees can stay back, and you should be able to wiggle the toes. All right, inhale into back bend. Chest opener arms, exhale. So all these chest opener poses are a great counter pose for all of our planks that we're doing. So it just kind of helps to reopen after every time we do a plank. So let's bend forward. Now if this is comfortable, go ahead and take the arms overhead. If you need to, you can release the arms. But go ahead and shake your head out. Let the weight of the arms come over your head. See where you can relax. Good. We're going to lift the chest, release the hands, come back to chair pose. This time just hands to heart. Good. And exhale, fold, step the right foot back to lunge. So let's come to the right knee. So you want to make sure you have some cushion underneath your right knee. Maybe you need an extra pillow or a blanket. But we're going to stabilize here into this lunge from the knee. Press through the left foot, inhale. Exhale, drop the jaw as you sink into a stable lunge. Inhale, let the left foot guide you, strengthen you, and stabilize you as you come into this deep stretch. All right, so let's add a little bit of a twist here. So we're going to turn the chest around to the left and begin with the right hand outside of the leg and the left hand to your lower back, turning the chest. Now for a little bit deeper, you can bring the elbow to the knee and join your palms together. Twisting around. Good. As you drop the jaw, you drop the hips a little bit. So notice your breath. Getting into that nice twist. Flushing. Hold the pelvic floor in the belly and bring the hands down. Lift the right knee as you step the left foot back. You may choose to hover it. Slowly lower into your back bend. So you may come to Sphinx, to the elbows, to Cobra, to the hands, but leave the legs down, or Upward Dog, where the knees are lifted. Let us all release and lengthen. Keep the palms where they are. Inhale the hands and knees. Exhale, stretch the spine back into devotional. Breathe, inhale, table. Exhale, downward dog. Okay, left foot to the midline. And the right leg lifts. Now for a little extra hip opener, bend the right knee and turn the navel to the right. You're almost trying to reach your right foot back as far as you can without tipping over. So next we want to square the hips back again and step the right foot forward. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, left foot forward. Lift halfway. Exhale, forehead relaxes to the shins, arms up. Inhale, chair. So we're pulling the hips back. Again, we can wiggle the toes. Come to back bend. Inhale, chest open our arms. Exhale, drop the jaw. So visualize and feel the shoulder blades squeezing together. All right, relax the neck, smile, relax the jaw, lift the left knee, relax, lift the right knee. So we're just keeping us from holding stiffness in the rest of the body. Working on balance as always. All right, so let's just come to chair here. We're not going to forward bend with the arms and chest opener just yet. Exhale, drop the jaw and the hips. Back bend, inhale. So reaching up, reaching back, and forward fold. Good. Let's step the left foot back to lunge and lower the knee. So you're not on carpet. You want to make sure you've got plenty of cushion for the left knee. Let's exhale. Drop into the lunge. So keep the right foot forward. The toes are spread. Mindful of every part of the body here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale back. Lunge. Good. So you find the depth of the lunge where you're strong and stable in the hips through the base of the pelvis. And we're going to add a little bit of a twist. So first, we can start with just the hand outside of the knee. For a little bit more, you can bring the elbow outside of the knee. The other hand can be at the leg, the lower back, or in a prayer pose. All right. So we're really just feeling this spiral and twist and awakening through the spine. Now let your eyes kind of follow with the twist. For balance, we hold our gaze to a drishti point. Good, settle into that space, into this openness, to the depths of this pose. Soften around the eyes. Slowly release. Good, bringing the hands down. And as you take the foot back, let it hover maybe. And we're going to slowly and controlled lower. Lift into your back bend. Feet are nice and wide, so you can really feel the back bend easier with the feet wider. Good, lengthen and release. Mindful. Let the forehead ground. Pull the belly in, drawing up. Extend back into devotional pose. Breathe into the lower back, into the kidneys. Relax the weight of any concerns. Soften the eyebrows. Inhale, table. Exhale, downward dog. Breathing the right foot to the midline, the left heel to the skies. Relaxing the head down. We're rolling the inner left thigh up. And we're bending the knee, shifting forward. Good. Breathe, inhale the right foot forward. And lift halfway. Exhale, empty in mind and body. Relax, soften the belly. Let's take the arms up. Shake your head out. And we'll move through chair pose, grazing the floor. Continue the arms up. And to back bend. Exhale, chest opener arms. Dropping the elbows, the jaw. Okay, so let's find our balance here. And we're going to bring the right knee into the chest and then pressing it back towards warrior 3 and then back up into the chest. So find your balance on one foot, the left foot. Lift the right knee. Go ahead and balance coming back. Balance just for a moment. Coming back up, bringing the right knee back in. Okay, again. Good, lift the back leg. Let's do this one more time. Good, bring the knee into the chest and stand down. All right, very good. So other side. Let's inhale, take the arms up. Chest opener arms. Find your focal point. All right, smile on the other side. Left knee lifts and warrior 3. Okay, so it doesn't matter how far you lift here. Your back toes can still be on the floor. That's perfectly fine. But we're just working on balance. So even if you touch back, let the toes ground, but keep the weight in the front foot. Leg nice and strong is perfectly wonderful. And lift the knee. Third time, come back. Good, lift the knee. And release. Wonderful. Shake your arms out. And let's continue to shake the arms out vigorously and get some good circulation and chi energy through the hands. Awaken, shifting weight side to side. A little bit more vigorously. Do this well. Okay, stand with the feet to touching. And open the palms forward. Fingers spread wide. Feel these sensations are tingling in the palms after shaking the hands out. And now reach out through every fingertip. Reaching out in every direction. Good. So let's take the arms up and back and forward bend. Good, relax over the legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let's step back to downward dog. All right. Lift and lower your heels a few times. And shift forward to plank posture. And bring the right knee up to the right elbow. And press back. Left knee up to the left elbow. And press back. So let's add a twist. Right knee to the left elbow. And press back. Left knee to the right elbow. And press back. Wonderful. So let's come to reverse table. Picking up the hands. Planting them the same distance behind you. Feet are hip distance. And we'll lift. So now we're just opening up across the chest, in front of the shoulders, along the biceps. Huge breaths. Joyful breaths. Energetic breaths. And release. So reverse plank. So we're going to do the same as plank but flipped over, similar to the reverse table. And another option would be to come back into reverse table. So you can do the previous pose we just did, or we're going to straighten out the legs. So you want to inner rotate the thighs and have the big toes touching. So bend with elbows, press into the hands, lift the chest, and breathe with depth. Reach deep. Release the heels. Hug the big toes in. Good. Flex the feet and release. So let's bring the soles of the feet together. And you can hold onto the ankles. You can hold onto the shins. You can interlace your fingers around the toes, or just hold onto the big toe. All right, so pull the elbows back. Find the energy of your spine. Nice and long. Bring one ear to the shoulder as you pull the elbows into the ribs. Good, breathing up. And other side. Good, make sure the spine is tall, vibrant. Inhale up. Let's go back to the first side. How is your neck doing? Another side. Good. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn, but you can stay the angle that you're at. And we're going to come back into a boat pose. So we're going to bring the feet away from the floor. Finding your balance. All right. So let's bring shins parallel to the floor. You can be holding onto the outer foot, or you can still hold onto the great toe. But shins are parallel to the floor. Go ahead and lengthen up tall through the chest. Draw the navel in. So you can stay here. Make sure if you roll back, you have something soft around you. And you can straighten the legs as much as your hamstrings will give permission for. For a little more challenge on balance and stretch, you could bring your feet to touching. Feel the energy of your gaze and of your heart reaching upward towards the toes. You can widen the feet a little bit. Now your balance might depend also on how much cushion you have underneath your mat. Good, let's come back into bound angle pose. Soles of the feet together. Perfect. Inhale, lift the spine tall. Let's come back into boat, this time without the hands at the feet. So we're gonna lift the knees, draw the navel in, shift the weight back, bring the shins parallel to the floor. So a joyous breath. The heart is open and radiant. And then go ahead and straighten up at the legs. You can continue to support the legs, but in boat pose, here we're feeling strength and balance. In half boat, lower the toes to the height of the eyes. Good, lift to boat, Navasana, Ardha Navasana, half boat. Good, lift and release. Wonderful. So let's go ahead and face forward, or I'll face forward, and I'm going to bring my right leg out about 45 degrees or so. My knees are equal angles out from the navel. And first, keeping the back sit bone rooted, I'm going to twist to my bent leg. Okay, so you have to concentrate on keeping the back sit bone down. And we're going to lengthen up tall through the spine, drawing the navel in. Finding the ease, finding the permission from the body. Nothing forceful here that our mind is making us do, but again, just letting the body relax when it's ready. Okay, so sit tall, forward on the sit bones. And we're going to start to lean over to the long leg. Transfer this hand over, and if it's comfortable on the floor, go ahead and put it there. Go ahead and put it on top of your leg. And now we're going to relax the ear to the shoulder and take the free arm up. Now it's important to keep the chest open to the skies. So you can move the upper arm past the midline. Relax the head and neck. And you're reaching like above the toes. That's what you're reaching for. You can reach the toes, go ahead and allow, but don't concave into the heart. So don't sacrifice the openness here of the spine, of the side, of the heart, just to lean over a little farther. Keep the heart open. Now we're going to drop the front arm and circle it, and we're going to come into a full body stretch. So that means place this hand behind us, and we're going to lift the hips and lift the front arm and sweep it back. If it is comfortable, look back at your fingertips. If that is too much, just make sure your neck is relaxed. But open up through the navel, and we're going to release, reverse this. Inhale. Good. Switch the feet. All right, so now we're keeping the sit bone of the straight leg down. We're going to check that the navel is directly between facing the angle, openness of the knees. And we're going to breathe to the twist of the bent leg, keeping the back sit bone down. So really concentrate on keeping that hip down. You don't need to pull it away from the floor just to try to get into the pose, but the purpose is to create more space where we need to. So keep the foundation of the pose solid. Doesn't matter how far you twist. Good. All right, so let's find the pillar of the spine, our balance. Breathe into the organs, evenly into the ribs. Look inside the body, and upon the exhalation, you're given permission to twist a little bit more. Go ahead. Remember, we are connecting deeply from my heart to yours, from mind to body, self to the divine. Good. We're going to inhale and release. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and take this arm along the leg, either to the floor inside of the leg or on top of the leg. The most important part is that the heart is open, that you can breathe deeply. Relax the neck and breathe the back arm up. Good. Start from there. If you choose, you may move past the midline, reaching along the ear, somewhere above the toes, or even to the toes. But remember, it's more important to have the heart open and be up a little bit than it is to, we don't want to concave in the chest. Good. So a few exhalations will take you into the depths. Just letting gravity kind of assist you here. All right. So as we slowly come up, with the assistance of the arms into our full body stretch, we're going to take the back hand behind us. We're going to sweep the arms open, the pelvis reaching forward, reaching out the fingers and the toes. Keep the gaze steady. Open the heart. Connect the trees, the animals, with the soil. Release, reverse. Wonderful. So let's sit. It's an easy sitting pose. Sukhasana for now. I'm going to sit on a little cushion, and that'll just kind of help to keep our spine tall with a little less effort. So go ahead and sit on a little something. And we're going to remind the back of the neck to come back to ease, to length and neutral. Relax the jaw. Lift up the back of the head, neck, and turn your palms up. So a giving and receiving breath here. We're going to inhale through the left hand, receive everything we need, and exhale through the right hand, giving the world what it needs. Inhale through the left hand, find a little more ease in your posture. Exhale through the right hand. Now I want you to concentrate on lengthening and deepening the inhalation. Hold for 1 second. Lengthening the exhalation. Fully emptying, and keep it out for 1 second. Lengthen and deepen, inhale through the left hand. Or else maybe you can release and lengthen in the body. Releasing in congestion. Retain. Exhale through the right hand. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Release. Again, inhale. Fulfilling. Nourishing. Maintain, absorb. Exhale. Breathe out, release, surrender. And now, tuning back to a more even, natural breath through the flow. But through that, notice if you feel anything in your hands. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Either way is okay, but the more you practice it, the more you'll start to feel a little exchange through your palms. Maybe tingling, maybe a little heaviness, maybe lightness. I'm going to switch this position now to our supine with knees bent. So come to your backs. Let's bring the knees into the chest. Hug the knees in. Breathing into the lower back. And as you exhale, hug the abdomen in. So you're really concentrating on imprinting the lower back into the mat, just feeling fully supported. This is such a wonderful pose to maintain lower back health. Now to stretch into the hips a little bit more, let's go ahead and take the right ankle to the left knee. And you can support here by bringing your hands around the leg closest to you. Or you can take your right hand between the legs and interlace around the left leg. And taking a breath here. Now to get a little bit of a twist, an IT band stretch at the same time, a little bit of a twist to the spine, we're going to take the hand closest to this foot, so it's my left hand to my right foot, and we're going to bring the foot as high as you can on the leg, and we're going to tip over to the side and let the leg and maybe even your hand or your arm hold the foot so it's flat on the floor. So now we've just got a little bit of a twist in the lower spine. My right hip is off the floor. And kind of just let this knee float. Find the angle that really feels great to your outer leg and hip area. Take your free arm out to the side. Relax the back of your head. Now, if you need to have a little support underneath the neck, this would be a good time to have that close. Go ahead and take your right arm back for support. We're going to roll to our back and just bring the right knee into the chest. Go ahead and free the left leg so the leg is straight. Another wonderful pose for nourishing and releasing the lower back if you have a tight lower back. Good. Draw the navel in. Go ahead and bring the left leg in. And glide back up for figure four. So you can support the front leg, saying hello to this stretch. Maybe supporting in front of the shin. Taking a breath, relaxing the jaw, the back of your head. Breathing in and breathing out. And we're going to go ahead and bring the hand to the foot, and we're just going to tip over the lower body. You can keep your leg holding up the foot. You can hold your hand or your arm to support this foot from trying to trail away and slip away. And open up the chest to the skies, freeing the opposite arm. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. Encourage your breath just to be flushing, relaxing everything that your body and organs and mind need. You're going to slowly release this pose and bring the knee into the chest, gliding the right leg straight. So we want to make sure that we're in symmetry. Bring the knees up. And we're going to come into our time of deep relaxation and meditation. in the pose of Shavasana. So shift side to side, let your shoulder blades glide down your back and the palms facing up. And then you can glide your legs straight, or certainly feel free to have a pillow or a cushion underneath your calves or under your hamstrings. Maybe putting your legs up the wall, whatever you choose. But the most important thing is for you to be comfortable. And after a deep breath, slowly allow your breath to become natural and easy. Now, our mantra today is connection. So that means you're going to say the word connect, or any other mantra that you prefer to use. And say that word with every inhalation and exhalation. You'll say it silently with every inhalation. And connection with every exhalation. You're going to relax your body to the extreme. Allowing your muscles to surrender any holding upon every exhalation. Keep your mind present. It is the natural work of the mind to be always churning, always going. But it is your response that's what matters. We're going to respond with compassion. Respond with surrender. Maybe not responding at all. To allow your muscles and your mind to let go again and again. As gravity holds and supports and hugs your body. Allowing the muscles to relax, your skin to relax. Your eyelids to relax. Resting behind your eyes. So with a fulfilling breath, and the energy and the intention radiant as the sun, pouring into the heart and the lungs and the palms, shining warmth upon your skin as you absorb the breath from every pore. Gradually open up your palms more and more and start to move the feet. As you exhale, hug the navel in and glide your heel so the knee is bent. And the other. Now place your palms over the belly button and take 3 breaths. Connection. Surrender. Nourishment. Gratitude. Kindness. Forgiveness. Roll over to your right side. And then continue to roll into your hands and slowly coming up to a seated position. Find the length of your spine. Draw the arms up. And join the palms and let us all connect here. All of us joining our palms together and bringing hands to heart. I thank you so deeply for joining me with this practice. Thank you for all my little imperfections, for forgiving me with all of those, with the video recording and all of that. From my heart to yours, thank you, namaste, deep gratitude, many bows. Leave a comment so I can know who enjoyed the class and who was here. So see you next Monday for sure.